Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of ODcast. Today, we're going to be stepping into the action that's just kicked off. Currently early in the game, only just 5 minutes in, 3-1. And our players are focused on both sides as well. We're seeing some action from one of the main boys here already. We have KUKU Axe against the OHAIYO Hoodwink. Other players to keep a note of this game, we do have Whitemon pairing up with KUKU at the moment as the IO in the lane with him. And on the other side, we have such players as Yokam and Ace. Very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. And let's get ourselves into the action and see what's going on. We'll see what's going on all over the map here with the lane setup so far. Top lane, we have Slardar, backed up by Phoenix against the Lifestealer and Enchantress lane. Looks like at the moment OHAIYO's made the moves up here as well to try and get some action done. Mid lane, they've had an Ember versus Tiny matchup. And down bottom, we have, as I said, IO backing up KUKU's Axe. And talking about that, IO's just taking a quick break. So, we'll get a little bit of break here as well. It's always nice. So we've got time to run through the rest of the team. On the offlane, it's an offlane Dawnbreaker, which was, of course, laning for the most part with OHAIYO's Hoodwink. That moment has come to an end now, though, as I say, Dawnbreaker's been sort of left to their own. I think they were feeling they weren't really able to do too much down here. They did end up doing a little bit of feeding. You see already 6 minutes in, KUKU, he is 2-1-2. Very fast Vanguard here, 6 minutes. It's looking pretty spooky. That's, if I was sort of made to make a prediction jumping in already at this stage of the game, I think this KUKU Axe is going to become quite the problem here for Dire. But we'll see. I don't think, necessarily a very easy game for the Lifestealer carry. They're going to have the call to lock him down through the rage. And I don't know how they're going to save him. I guess it's going to be down to maybe big ultimates from the Dawnbreaker. That always will help form some sort of turnaround. And, you're going to have quite a proactive Tiny. But I'll be honest, it doesn't always instill me with the most confidence when my mid-Tiny, his name is Offlane. And he ain't Offlane this game. At least I don't think he was. No, he definitely was. Yeah, Dawnbreaker was. Yeah, they haven't swapped around lanes or anything. He is playing mid this game. Looks so far in the mid matchup, very even actually, between the Ember and the Tiny. 35-7, 34-10, both having a final time hit. And, we'll see. Let's get the action on. I said, let's see how they can deal with the Axe, and especially the Axe and the IO. Of course, as I said, not just KUKU. The fact that he is in this game paired up with the Whitemon IO. I don't think they're going to be able to make any moves onto KUKU now that he's got the Vanguard. I don't think that's going to be a possibility whatsoever unless they bring down some full force on the bottom lane. Obviously, at this stage, it's a little too early to expect Tiny to make those moves, at least until the Tiny's got his phase boots. He's not going to be interested in heading down to the bottom half of the map. Not an easy game for the Lifestealer at all. Having the lockdown of the call through the rage and also the amp up from the Slardar. See mid. Movement from the Enchantress, but not really too much to be done about an Ember. When it comes to lockdown, rather limited. Rather limited. Honestly, if I had to sort of say, in terms of drafts, I'm really feeling what the Radiant has hit as, big aggression in the mid. This Ember styling on him. Dives in, takes out the Enchantress. We'll see if Tiny can get the kill on the Ember in return. Bottling up. Back up as well coming in from the Ire and the Phoenix. They're diving in for this one. Quite literally here with the Phoenix. Charging in onto the Tiny. Full aggression down the mid lane, and OHAIYO. There's not a lot that he can do about this at all. He's having to run back underneath the tier 2. They're pushing on here with the sustain of the IO. They're going to need some backup. It does come in. TP's coming in. They'll be able to punish the Ember. They're not having any of that the Dire side. And rightfully they shouldn't. Diving the tier 2s. Even with the backup of the IO this early. A little greedy there from the Radiant. And it does cost them the death of the Ember Spirit. Bottom lane. This Dawnbreaker just having to play very carefully around KUKU's Axe. About level 7, reaching on to level 8. I mean, easily a 2-level difference here between the two. As KUKU's been able to just maximize his farm perfectly. Already seeing nearly 60 CS hit. 8.5 minutes in. What does Dire do this game? I really don't know. We'll see how active the Lifestealer can get early on. Of course, no surprise, he's going for the phase into the armlet. And we'll have at least the vessel of the Tiny to deliver him to the action once the blink's up. That's going to take some time. Top lane. OHAIYO. Got to be careful. Flame Guard, Sleight Fist, and another Remnant's out in a second. Sleight Fist will take down the Enchantress. They do get the kill on the Slardar, but it's this bottom lane. I mean, KUKU's getting solo kills. KUKU's getting solo kills, and I need to sneeze. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Oh, we are good. There's not even a Venomancer in the game, but I'm getting out of tickly nose there. Right, we're back up. KUKU. He's got his Yasha done. They got to do something about the KUKU axe. I think KUKU, he's seeing this as smooth sailing towards some free MMR right now. Let's see mid. Don't want the lifestealers running about over here. This is not a safe place to be, sir. Get yourself out of this area. Tiny. Not going to be able to get the toss connection. OHAIYO's coming in. Does have the sharpshooter. We'll look to set up with the turn. It's not going to be enough damage, though. In fact, not able to get the hit there. Tries to go for the Phoenix instead. A little too hard of a target there with the dive. Look at the Phoenix anyway with these impetuses. They do. Alright, nice move from the edge. Gets in and has the damage. Even around the four of them. Nothing they can do against the range there of the Enchantress. But deaths like this, I don't think Radiant's going to matter too much. Mid attempt. Oh, and they've got it. Dawnbreaker in with the ultimate. A Remnant was thrown out, but as you can see, just a little short on the mana to activate it, so couldn't make the jump out in time. Remnant does still stand there for long enough to allow him to get back in on the action once he does respawn. See TP over towards the mid. As KUKU, he wants to do something about this dive. Look towards the Dawnbreaker. Ember back in front. They've got to be careful. Ember's going to be able to come straight back into the action here. As Phoenix, again, sort of feeling the wrath here of the Enchantress, and certainly does. And another death hits, the impetus hits. Counterplay comes in with the Ember. Straight in with the chains onto both the Dawnbreaker and the Tiny. They get themselves the one of them. More XP, more involvement here for KUKU. 3-1 and 3. And still no signs of how on earth they're going to ever really kill this axe. Stacks are prepared. OHAIYO. Just trying to find himself a bit of peace down on the bottom lane. He's getting quite a bit of action already here. 9 for 9, 11 minutes in. Overall net worth is even. But KUKU's axe, once he hits this Manta timing, his farm is going to spiral out of control at a pace that a lifestealer with the phase armlet builder probably is not going to keep up with, unless we start to see Dire going for the kills. And we have seen glimpses of that. With Enchantress, as we've seen, handling the Phoenix pretty well in each of the last few engagements. They definitely can kill the squishier of the heroes. The problem is there isn't too many of those squishies, at least a couple of cores that are going to be huge issues. The Slardar, as well as the Axe. Rather tanky against what the Dire side have to offer. Nice for movement here from the lifestealer down bottom. Gonna have the Aya play very careful to not be dove by the two of them. The rest of them looking to make moves around the Tiny. DD at the ready. Isn't quite at the stage where he has his blink dagger though. 100 gold to go. Still, they feel the pressure of needing to strike hard and get something done with their draft this early. See if they can do it. They get the setup onto the Ember, and they've got the combo. Big catch there to take out the Ember. See if they can turn it into anything else. Still with a good battle duration left on the double damage. Tiny just charging in underneath the tower. He's got the toss combo. They're going to have the ult coming in as well. The Supernova's going to be popped. Can they take it down in time? They can't. It's going to be a successful egg, and now the counterplay can come in from the Radiant. Straight over with the jump over to the Tiny with the chains. They've got the control. Lifestealer jumps out, though. He's able to take down a second, and this has costed the buyback from the Ember Spirit to try and fight back here. As the Dire, they've taken a great move round this bottom tier 1 tower. They're not have done yet. Manta's done. And KUKU, so he's able to separate himself from the rest of the squad. This is exactly what the Dire needed. And the Ember Spirit, he pulled back for this. They've got the catch in the trees. Remnants out. It's not far enough away. A dieback on the Ember. A terrible fight there for Radiant around that tier 1 hold. As Dyer, I mean, beautiful timing. Beautiful timing. They know their strength with the armlet. They get themselves in on the action. Even in a fight where they didn't take down the egg, the supernova went off. It actually didn't end up mattering. Dyer just able to overrun Radiant one by one, and even with the quick timing with the Vanguard and the Manta, of course, KUKU not quite at a point where his influence on the fights is as impactful as some of the counterparts on Dyer's side. See if Dyer can get another move like that going. 14-9 now for Dyer. Off the back of that fight and that tier 1 tower, can be quick step ups to getting that Sanj done on the lifesteal. We'll switch actually over towards the net worth. KUKU, of course, no surprise with the timing, still very much there at the top. But the 3 members of the Dyer side closing in right behind him. Radiant, we've got to be careful about taking another fight like that. Got some of the key items coming out now, though. Slardar, Blink at the ready. Something to be said for Tiny, though, after those last moves. Blink and both go with the same build, of course. Straight into the Echo. It's not a solo play to be made here for Slardar. Dawnbreaker. Oh, with this build as well, with the Vanguard build. Very tanky. And more than ready to be that frontline hero. To try and get in, get the fight started, get Radiant's attention, and give sort of a clean opening for Tiny to get the jump. Tiny hitting his stride now here with this Blink Dagger. Another catch-up. And an easy kill onto the OHAIYO. 5-1 and 5. Tiny doing exactly what you want to see your mid-Tiny doing right now here, 15 minutes in. With this ward, he's going to be able to set up another. He's in onto the Slardar. Another quick kill. As the Dyer continue to group up in their masses, and KUKU is trying to take some farm here from the small camp. I mean, he still feels that he himself as the Axe, not too much under threat here, even when there are the 4 of the Dyer side against him. For the rest of the team, of course, the situation is massively different. Radiant's got to be careful. That's Tiny leading the charge and ready for another catch. And could definitely stand a chance of blowing up the Phoenix, and there it is. Straight in. Unstoppable now with the Tiny.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dyer's courier has been killed.
Let's see if they can get this lifesteal before he gets out. Quick rage, but the bash is there. It's going to be buying time for KUKU to close in. Have the cool control. Illusion's out. Do they have enough damage here with the spins? They do. The lifestealer caught and killed. Tiny's coming in with a counterplay. Jumps in with a pretty much 4-man avalanche. Sharpshooter hit onto the Ember, and great control here from OHAIYO. Latches the 3 of them down onto the tree. That's enough to kill off the Ember, but not enough to deal with KUKU. Dyer still losing 2 here out of this trade, and it's not done yet. Jump forward, the Blink's back up. Slardar's in with the Blink crush onto the Tiny. And with the OHAIYO coming over as well, they can sustain up the Slardar, take out another. As Tiny Street finally put to an end. Radiant getting a good opportunity there to kick back. Dyer this time round didn't quite have the full team ready to go. And Radiant getting themselves back a solid hold with the farm that KUKU has. Look at this, 3k gold being held on to at the moment. Just 17 minutes in, he has a lot of money. This Blink Dagger shard. I mean, it's a good game for the carry axe when you're at that point where you need the shard, but you can't buy it yet. You're still a few minutes early on the 20-minute timing. And that's pretty much going to be the case here. 2 minutes to go. And I'd hazard a guess at saying that he's going to have that money ready in advance for some advance payments on the item. Again, we're tuning into another close one. This is what we want to see in our pubs. A good competitive Dota. And Tiny, absolutely the star at the moment for what the Dyer's been able to achieve. He's been the man that they've rallied around, and it's been looking very, very good. Full tank build here for the lifesteal of this game. Armlet, Sanj, looking to queue up the Satanic next, so making sure that he's trying to build so that no matter how long the fight goes, or if he gets called or controlled through the rage, he's going to be able to out-sustain anybody on the Radiant side. And I don't think that's a bad way to go for it at all. This could definitely be very effective this game. Of course, just having as much raw HP as possible and lifesteal is absolutely the way you need to go when you're playing against the carry axe. And the real way to deal with the pure damage output of the spins is to just have as much HP as you can. Here we go. KUKU. Opening up onto the Tiny. Not really doing as much damage maybe as he would have hoped for there. Backup from both sides coming in. We'll both be allowed to walk away, and in fact, a quick reset from the AYYO. Getting KUKU back up to full, just in case the fight was to continue. Not going to be the case, though. Slardar was trying to put pressure on top. Dawnbreaker's not having any of it. Straight up to the top lane, Dawnbreaker's in with the defense. This could be a good time for the Radiant to try and make a move, though. They know Dawnbreaker's TP'd out. They also know Solar Guardian has been used. So no quick way for the Dawnbreaker to return to the action around the mid lane. It's KUKU. Watching for the 20-minute rune. It's just going to be the invis top. Ember opting for the BKB as soon as he can this game, really. Just pretty much first major item, Orb of Corrosion into the BKB. Feels that he needs it against this sort of jump at the Tiny. Understandably so. Any sort of avalanche into the bushwhack from OHAIYO's Hoodwink will cause the death of him each and every time. OHAIYO's been doing a solid job of getting that catch and having a great game. 2-1 and 11 OHAIYO right now. BKB's of the utmost importance for the Radiant's cause. Imagine something to be said here for Slardar. Yeah, Echo Saber done. BKB next on the menu. So we might see a bit of passiveness from the Radiant until these BKBs, or at least one or two of them, are done. This is all good news, though, for Lifestealer. 21 minutes in. And what does look to be a very, very quick Satanic timing. And Satanic, definitely one of the items that's in a very strong position compared to where it has been in the past. You can only imagine having that very short cooldown on the Dispel is going to do wonders against abilities such as the ultimate from Slardar. There we have it. Diet and Radiant both with the smoke. Diet's got the high ground. See if Tiny can get the jump. He's not going to be able to do so. Quick slight and a chains will stop the initiation from Tiny.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Nothing to be had here. Dawnbreaker very close to their BKB. Tiny also making moves to theirs. There's Radiant. They're still trying to make something happen by the looks of it with the rest of this smoke. It's a bit scary now, though. Can they really jump and get a quick kill? Ooh, they can't. KUKU not able to quite get the grab onto the Tiny. Even if he does there, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a move that plays off well for the Radiant. Jumping with the DD. Into the Dawnbreaker they go. Backup's coming in. Try and turn. The bashes and crushes are there. They get the kill. Call comes in from KUKU. Trying to buy base for the Slardar to TP out. It isn't going to happen, though. Tiny's still in with the blink, the avalanche. Now KUKU is going to pay for this as well. AYYO tries to come in to help out, but this is only going to end up in the death of the AYYO on top of it all. A misstep there from the Radiant. As they see the Dawnbreaker, Slardar makes the call to go for it, but does not consider the consequences that were going to be sent his way from the Dire for making that aggressive move and committing for the kill. It's now 5k up. Down the mid they go. Tiny. Oh, Ember's got to be so careful. BKB is nearly there, but my goodness. This Ember has had quite the struggle against the jump of Dire. Now, there we go. 23 minutes in, 2700 HP to... Well, that's with the arm there off. So you're going to see around sort of the 3k, 3.2k HP to get through. Without a doubt, definitely one of the good approaches, I feel, to the carry axe here in these pubs. Your strength here is especially Lifestealer. Lifesteal, raw HP. That's what the carry axe hates to deal with the most. That's what they've got. Over to the side. Like a pretty dead Phoenix. 23-13. They're up to 7k lead right now. Radiant, they go for the Roche play. Something that they can do. They've got the Slardar, so they won't take too long doing this. I knew as well that tier 2 tower was not going to be able to be successfully defended. So why not go for the safer objectives? And they've got it. Aegis on KUKU, ready for the next battle. And we're going to have to see some big moves from KUKU in these fights. A one-man call is not going to be enough right now. He's got to be there. He can't be the first to go in. They've got to look for the initiation from Slardar, or at least Slardar to sort of bait the action. KUKU, he's got to look for something bigger than a one-man call right now. They are falling behind. It's mid. Tiny. Sets things up. The TP coming out straight away, and it's a smart one. Knows he's out of the range of danger. And, well, I guess fortunately enough for him, OHAIYO not quite in range to have anything to put that TP to an end. Dire. See how much they change up their pace now with KUKU having the Aegis. It's top. Ember pushing this out. Dawnbreaker will show in the lane. OHAIYO hidden in the trees. Ember. Not really a place that he is going to be that safe at all. Tiny. Also in the jungle. Ember. OHAIYO can find the opening, and he can. He absolutely can. Ooh, not enough damage. Alright, they're not actually able to get the hit in with the sharpshooter. Close escape there from the Ember. But this time, makes it out. Has to be careful. I mean, it's very spooky playing against the Hoodwink with the Bushwhack and the Ether Lens. When you're playing any sort of these split push heroes, I mean, it's so hard to actually be far enough from the trees at all times when you're playing in the lanes to avoid that sort of situation being set up on you. Radiant. Enough for the jump crush. Slardar looking to start things off. KUKU's trying to come in with the call, but they get caught in the avalanche immediately. As they've lost the Slardar, KUKU is going to hold his ground. Still has the Aegis and the BKB. The damage from these spins is paying off. It's going to work. They've taken out the Tiny. KUKU, what more can he find here? Death as well on the Dawnbreaker. He's still committing on. He's not even lost the Aegis or had to use the BKB yet. A fair bit of damage done by to the Lifestealer. They're looking for the buyback on Dawnbreaker. He's ready for round 2 here. Now the BKB comes out straight away. Turns over towards the Lifestealer. Rage, about to come to an end. They've got the cool control. Now, KUKU is looking for the easier kills. I say that, he's trying to go for this Enchantress. Is he actually going to find the spins to take him down? The Sleight of Fist comes in, they get the kill. Jump with the crush. They're on top of OHAIYO. OHAIYO, quick time with the Bushwhack. Stepping away, but the chains are there from the Ember. Holding him in place as they close in. Take down OHAIYO. Slardar bashes up onto Lifestealer. KUKU is going to have cool back up in a few seconds to keep the fight going. The chains are there from Ember. KUKU on top of the two of them. The call's out. He's managed to grab both. Dawnbreaker in trouble as the spins burn down the Dawnbreaker. Now they're just got to be carefully dealing with this Lifestealer. The last man left alive here on Dire side. This fight going on for so long that Tiny is back in the action. Another call from KUKU, but he's losing teammates. He's going to try for the TP out, but Tiny back in with the jump. It's a long fight. A fight that does include a dieback for the Dawnbreaker on the Dire side. But at the end of it all, the cleanup certainly is had by Dire. Tiny getting back in at the end, killing off KUKU as KUKU does his best to try and use the power of the carry axe to win the fight. Doesn't quite hit as hard enough as they need to, though. Dire, I don't think they're going to be feeling too shaken up after that, and will still feel that they do hold the advantage in this game. As when it comes to the numbers, certainly is the case. 29-18, 9k lead. And closing in on the next item already for the Lifestealer. Skadi. He'll pretty much finished, right? He should have the full set on here, and he does. So full Skadi on Lifestealer. KUKU's life as the carry axe only getting harder by the minute. It was a good effort that last fight. There still needs to be cleaner from the Radiant if they're going to hope to swing this one around. It's the tier 2s. All taken away now by Dire. It's top lane. Ember, he's prepared. Tiny alone. Unlikely to ever kill the Ember, but at least dealing with the split push pressure that he's trying to apply. And Radiant have struggled to really push back this game whatsoever. Tier 1 tower, 28 minutes, still standing in the Dire safe lane. We'll see what Radiant's best move is to be made now. The reason for the confidence in that last play up top was them having the Aegis on KUKU. That, of course, is no longer the situation. I believe by the looks of it on his quick buy, though, he does have AC. No, he doesn't have it completely. Oh, no, it's just the Hyperstone right now. So still a bit of time to get that item set and done. Bottom. OHAIYO. Gonna try for the TP out. They've got enough damage. That's OHAIYO gone. 30 to 18. 10k lead. TP's up top here. OHAIYO consistently on the watch out up top to try and get the catch. Trip the Ember Spirit up mid lane. With the jump onto the Dawnbreaker. The BKB's out. Can the Slardar close the gap? He can. I see the help here from the Lifestealer coming in and the counterplay as well as Dire turn it around and take out the Slardar. Looks of it, same to be said up top. OHAIYO finishing off the Phoenix. Ember's got to be careful. There has to be a BKB and a TP out here. So got to play it safe against these two. And even over towards the mid. And they're looking to chase down KUKU. There's KUKU. He's got a TP good to go. He's out. He's away. They're going to have some sort of phenomenal base defense here. It's getting closer and closer to their base being taken away. And this might just be it. Lifestealer. Good to go. Up to the high ground. Feeling pretty unkillable right now, I'd say. We're going to try and test that. Remember the call. So the Guardian backup coming in from the Dawnbreaker. And with the call, it's just, where's the damage? How on earth do you deal with this Lifestealer? It's getting close to the point where they might have to catch him under the tier 4s or in the fountain. KUKU's going to try for the jump, but he's not able to get the call on the Lifestealer. They're just turning. Lifestealer not going to be able to stay locked down onto the axe here thanks to the help of the OHAIYO, as OHAIYO will be able to separate KUKU out to the side of the fight. Dire, they're not too bothered about that at all. They'll ignore the heroes. They'll go for the objective. They'll have a jump from KUKU. Tries to get in with the grab, but they remember the counterplay of the Avalanche. The Supernova's coming out, but Dire's easily able to focus it down. Take down the egg. Take down the Slardar. KUKU's got to run. As the dust is out, they've got the vision. OHAIYO's got the catch. Triple kill for the Lifestealer. Ember also to fall here, as this game looks to be pretty done and dusted. 3 dead on the Radiant. KUKU on the carry axe this game, not able to pull through. As you can see on the scoreboard, just overall, solid performances from the Dyers. Yokam, 9, 1 and 11. Excellent carry performance here on his Lifestealer, and without a doubt was a fantastic pick and itemization against the heroes of the Radiant. This carry axe, these tanky, these strength heroes. And the Lifestealer eating them apart. And OHAIYO, some lovely moves. I mean, it's 3-2-2-2 on the scoreboard from OHAIYO, but definitely not in his moves this game. Some excellent catch and control. And he's got the build to show off as well here as he ends the game. Maelstrom and the Octarine to celebrate. He's had a fun one here. 36 to 19, 22k lead. Ladies and gentlemen, this victory today, in terms of the players we were keeping our eyes on, goes to OHAIYO against KUKU. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. As once again, thank you very much for joining me for an OD Cast the Pub. As always, please do let me know in the comments what you would like to see, who you want to see me cast, who you want to see me cast with, and if you want to, only if you want to, hit that like and that subscribe button. If you want to, I'm not. It's up to you. Just depends how you feel. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the cast, and that was OHAIYO's team taking it against KUKU's.